Good evening and welcome back to our Rex Fuels channel, where we discuss issues and trends facing the oil and gas industry. If you're new to the channel, kindly like, subscribe, and share to stay updated on the current trends. Once again, we have Pranav Kanth, a veteran expert on oil and gas sector strategy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you here as always, sir.
Thank you.
My first question to you is, crude prices appear to have stabilized at current levels. Do you think that as China relaxes its lockdown regulation, prices will begin to rise even more?
Good question. And again, the times we're living is we need to be aware of the kind of factors which might impact the prices, and particularly in regard to your question about the China lockdown easing and how it would likely impact. So first and foremost, our view is China factor needs to be looked at multiple levels. First and foremost, the expected easing of the lockdown. That is going to be a big boost for the demand. So that is bullish for price. But at the same time, China has been sourcing its crude from Iran. There have been recent news about it buying some very large super tankers, multiple of them from Iran. And China manages to evade any kind of sanctions because of that. So that's the strength of China. So that would continue, which again is a bearish factor. At the same time, China has initiated state-to-state discussion with Russia for replenishing its strategic petroleum reserve. So when it negotiates that level of deals with Russia, that cannot be bullish for the oil prices. So despite opening up, these factors, yes, would tend to kind of temper the optimism on the price. So on balance, we would say it's likely to remain in a very narrow range with not a big impact to be seen in the coming week.
We have something to look forward to later, probably. My next question to you is, we understand that Venezuela may be granted some relief from sanctions on crude oil supplies. Will this aid in the reduction of prices?
Very good question. And this is one factor where US has been trying to bring Venezuela crude back into the oil market, because Venezuela, as you know, has been reeling under the sanctions for many years now. And the negotiations started about more than 2 months back, or immediately after in the aftermath of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. But some of the facts of the kind of quantities involved we need to bear in mind is Venezuela has seen underinvestment for more than a decade or so in their oil and gas sector. While Venezuela remains one of the most promising and the largest reservoir of crude oil in terms of reserves, but its ability to ramp up the production in the short time remains under a bit of question mark. So the kind of figures we are looking at is, in the near term, it could potentially bring about 650,000 barrels a day to the market, which could be very interesting and relevant for the US market because of the proximity. But in terms of the overall scheme of things, I guess it is still some time away before that trickle-down effect of the long sanctions and its reversal starts really making any meaningful impact. So I guess we are a few weeks, if not few months away from feeling the impact of Venezuelan crude coming back to the market.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for your insights, and thank you for being here today. As usual, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure, yeah. Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. Continue to show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you soon.